Welcome to the Business Shop Podcast, where our guests speak on meeting the challenges of entrepreneurship, as well as offer tips and advice on business, marketing, technology, and more. Whether you are a newbie or a seasoned professional, this episode is for you. I am your host, Audrey Wiggins. Let's chop it up. Before we get started, quick shout out to Perry Mason, my cousin, for the new music. What do you think? Leave me a comment. Find his music on Apple Music as well as Spotify. That's PerryMason. Perry Mason. Thanks, Trace. Love the new music. Hello, Chop Squad. It is great to be with you again. I'm so grateful you stopped by, and my guest today is going to help us with our appearance, our skin in particular. How we present ourselves is part of our brand. Meet Mon Cheri Davenport. She's the visionary founder of Juicy By Mon Cheri, a skincare brand celebrated for harnessing the healing powers of black seed oil. Known as the Black Seed Engineer, she has dedicated her career to unlocking the benefits of natural carrier oils. Her products help clients achieve healthier, more radiant skin without relying on harsh chemicals or synthetic ingredients. Juicy also provides a holistic approach to skincare that not only improves skin's health, but also promotes overall well-being. Mon Cheri is also an author. Her acclaimed book is Healing Your Skin with Natural Carrier Oils, where she shares her expertise and passion for natural skincare solutions. Now, we'll hear more about Mon Cheri after this message. Knock out your competition with Altogether Marketing. We elevate your brand. Take a stance with your business name, logo, the tagline, your colors, even the fonts for your business. And then jab left with your website, jab right with core values. Back up with product experience and bring it on with you. Visit altogether.biz and let us help you create a knockout brand. Welcome, Mon Cheri Davenport, to the Business Chop.
Yes, welcome. And thank you, Audrey. I'm so glad to be here. I'm excited.
I'm excited too. Definitely. Now, before we get started in our questions about skincare and all your background and things, give us one or two, fun things about you or something you've accomplished that everyone may not know.
Two creative things about me is that I'm very creative. I like to work with artists, and in particular, I like the art of dance. And so that's one thing that's about me. And also, I just started my new podcast called With Your Juicy Self Podcast. So, I was inspired from people like you, Audrey. Yes. Let's get this podcast stuff going.
Yeah, we go way back. Oh my goodness.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm super inspired. So I'm excited to join you.
Yes,
as a podcast host. Yes.
Absolutely.
And then another thing that you might not know, that our Juicy by Mon Cheri products are on Walmart.com. Okay. And we're also in Amazon Japan and Amazon Canada.
Wow, you've been busy. That is amazing. I am so glad to hear that. So we have more options of how we get these awesome products, people. I've got my little bag here, my juicy products, my black seed oil, but we're going to let Mon Cheri, tell us all about this stuff. Okay. All right. We got that out the way. So, Mon Cheri, what actually inspired you to create Juicy by Mon Cheri and, focusing this more in particular on the healing powers of black seed oil?
Right. Well, my journey with black seed oil started when I was 20, when I was first introduced, about a couple of decades ago, when I was first introduced to black seed oil. And it was like, black seed oil has the power to heal everything but death. And I was like, wait a minute. If that's true, why nobody told me? I'm already, in my early 20s, and I never heard of it. If it's something that can heal us, I should have knew that, right? And so reluctantly, I was like, I gotta know for myself. So I brought some and started using it in my daily regimen. Like if I got a cold, I'll put it in my tea. Okay. Or if I had like a wound or sore, I put it on my sores, and it worked. It speed up the healing. It worked better than the other tools I had in my, my tool books of like, alcohol and, shea butter and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so over the years, I've been a super fan of black seed oil. I've used it as breastfeeding moms. I've used it on my children, all their ailments. Rarely do anyone get sick in my house.
Wow.
So I noticed the difference between, like, say, my household versus some other people who don't use black seed oil. So I'm a fan. And so then, come time the pandemic happened, and because I'm a nail biter, I
Okay.
bite my nails. I use cuticle oil. So I use cuticle oil to, like, when you nail bite, you just be biting and without even thinking about it, and you go down so deep without thinking about it. You got the
Oh
things
yeah,
bleeding,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
You go
And so you
bleed.
almost gonna
Yeah.
need cuticle oil to, once you clean it up, to heal it faster. You know what I mean? So when you have
Mhm.
that bad habit, cuticle oil is your best friend. And so
Yeah.
during the pandemic, I had a hard time finding my favorite cuticle oil. And I was
Okay.
like, you know what? This is an opportunity to create a cuticle oil the way I would design it.
Wow.
So
Was
I was
that your
able to use
first
my
product?
creativity. That's
Was
my
that your
very
first?
first product. This is
Okay.
my very first
Okay.
product. Yes.
Wow,
Then it
that's
comes in six
interesting.
different scents. Yeah. So that's where it branched off. And so because you need the healing power in your cuticle oil, black seed oil was one of the top ingredients that for sure was going to my natural cuticle oil. There's
Mm,
also grapeseed oil and vitamin E, and also a proprietary essential blends that produces the scents for these oils. And
mhm.
these come in six different scents, juicy flavors. So like strawberry lemonade, peach, lemon eucalyptus, the red hot cinnamon, a red hot banana, which is very popular, and a allure, a pheromone scent.
Okay.
So that's what started my journey, the cuticle oil.
Wow, that
Hmm
is crazy. Yeah, that's interesting because I had no idea when I saw you on, I think it was LinkedIn, and you were talking about your products or a post or something. I'm like, what? I had no idea you were in that because I just know you about, promoting artists and things like that.
hmm
That's how I had met you. So
Can show.
yeah, so I was excited. I'm like, I gotta have some of that stuff because I love natural products. So been in natural products too for probably over 20 years. So this is
Yeah, that's why you stay beautiful. Yeah, you look the exact same when I met you. Quite frankly, that
oh
natural
no.
oils work. Yes, you look good,
Okay.
Archie.
Thank you. You can pick your check up at the end of the interview. Yeah. So anyway, so how did you get the nickname the Black Seed Engineer?
hmm Because I am a seed super fan. I've been
Mhm.
using black seed oil for decades, and anytime someone asks me, like, they got any ailments, I'm going to recommend black seed oil for them. Especially if I care,
Wow.
like, you have to use black seed oil. I mean, of course, there's other tools that I love as well, but
Mhm.
especially when someone doesn't know what is bothering them, you at least need to just take some black seed oil, ingest that, because black seed oil is very nutrient dense. And
Mm.
so if any of your nutrients in your body is off, it has the ability to replenish those nutrients and balance and let the body fix whatever's ailing you.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, so you said that real fast. I heard you say ingest. I just want to make sure people know
yes.
that you're
So,
talking. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
So, particularly this pure black seed oil,
Hmm.
it's very nutrient dense. It has a lot of minerals and vitamins within the black seed. And so if you take it internally, if you have something going on like digestion or any other sickness that you might have internally,
Hmm.
I would suggest take this, even if your doctor can't figure it out, because of the nutrients that's in the black seed oil.
Hmm.
It has the ability to replenish any lacking nutrients that your body might have. And when you give the
Wow.
body what it needs, it can heal itself.
Yeah, that's
So you can't go wrong with it. You know what I mean? You can't go
yeah,
wrong with it.
yeah.
So I'm a Black Seed fan. And because
Okay.
I'm an engineer as well, I have a degree as computer engineer.
Oh,
I specialize in communication engineers, math, and artificial intelligence, actually. And so marrying the two, I'm the Black Seed engineer. So I'm engineering products that have
yes,
black seed oil, right?
yes,
So this my
yes.
cuticle oil has the black seed oil. My
Hmm.
body oil has the black seed oil, as well as my lip oils.
Yes,
They
yeah.
have that black seed oil. So
Yeah, and they're
there
amazing.
you go.
Folks, I had my own kit when I saw, like I said earlier, when I saw her on LinkedIn, and I brought my kit, of the different things, and it is in the smell. Oh my goodness. The body oil, I got the lavender one. It's
hmm
just, oh my goodness. It just has, that when you have natural scents, the fragrances of these types of products are just amazing.
hmm
Yeah, I just love them.
You're welcome.
Miss Engineer, can you explain just how Juicy by Mon Cheri, how do the products differ from other skincare brands? They use the harsh chemicals and synthetic ingredients.
Yes. So we distinguish ourselves because I was intentionally all about healing.
Mhm.
So from the beginning, I want to give something tools to somebody that they don't normally have in their in their pantries, or you know what I mean. And so
Right.
most people, particularly in the U.S. or the Eastern side, I mean, in the U.S. Midwest, we don't know about black seed oil. It's almost like a secret. They
I
do
hadn't
use it
really
a
heard
lot in
of it.
in
Yeah.
the Middle East. I know exactly because I grew up and didn't know about it, and so I'm like, we need another tool in our packet. We need to fight against what these regular chemical companies are doing. They're giving things that's hurting us, but what if we had a tool that can help us, to combat it? Because a lot of times we don't even know what's in our products. Even when they
You're
tell us, we're
right.
still not sure. So if
That's
we got
right.
something that's got nutrients that let our body does what it does because our bodies are amazing,
Mhm.
then we win, because there's so many the other issues to worry about. Let's not skincare or whatever be one of them, right? And
Right.
so my products have black seed oil, the healing power of black seed oil, and that is one of the ways we distinguish with other natural products. Because a lot of people are coming out now with a lot of natural skincare products. Thank you, everybody who's doing that. But ours have that healing power of black seed oil, and then we have these beautiful packaging, so you can know when you buy this. This is all about taking care of the golden richness that we're adding to our body. So I
Yes, I
want you to
love
check
it.
when you put it in your shelves, your little thing of gold. You know what I mean? That's going to help you, when you need it.
Yes,
I
yes,
want to
I
stand
love
out.
this, I love
Yeah.
this. How does the holistic approach to skincare contribute to our overall well-being in addition to improving our skin health?
When you really are intentional and you start to really care about your body and you really care what you put on your body and how it affects you,
Mhm.
it affects everything, because once you start loving on yourself, it shows up everything. It's like however you do one thing is how you do everything. And
Okay.
then that self-care,
Mm.
wanting the highest and best qualities of products on your skin translate to wanting the best and highest qualities things and art and beauty around you and your work. You want the best work life, you want the best love life, you want the best, everything. And so it spills out.
So from head to toe, internally, because we can put the oil on our hair. I just love this, and put in a cup of tea.
Yep.
What key insights or advice do you have? Because you wrote the book,
Mhm.
healing your skin with natural carrier oils. So what advice do you share in your book you can give us?
The advice in the book in particular, it tells my story about how I got started, but then it also tells you if you have different skin types, like if you have dry skin,
Mhm.
which of these carrier oils is going to help benefit your skin the best. We break it down: grapeseed oil, vitamin E oil, the black seed oil, the origins, and of those as well. And
Mhm.
or if you got oily skin, how could this in particular help my particular skin type? And so we're going to guide you through that. So that's some of the tidbits that you're going to get if you get that book, Healing Your Skin Through Natural Carrier Oils.
But what are some of the most significant benefits of using natural carrier oils in skincare, according to your research and experience?
Well, I can tell you like my personal experience. Like my daughter, she has psoriasis. She had psoriasis, since she was younger. She didn't hear that from her dad. And
Mhm.
so I've used different products on her, throughout the years. And not until I created my Juicy by Mon Cheri body oil, when we put this on her skin is actually evening out in a way none of these other products have. And so that's why I'm like pushing it. Everybody, you need this. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
She like
Mhm.
had dark neck. You know what I mean? And now that's evening
Yes.
out. Because she's scratching all the time behind her knee. Those,
Mhm.
and then she's putting this
Yeah,
oil on it, and now it's evening out.
yeah.
And so I'm excited about bringing that. And then also, then if you have like so one of my personal experience recently, I had got my eyebrows waxed, and
Mhm.
I guess she stripped it too hard. It was all bright red.
Oh,
She tried to
wow.
put her coconut oil on there, but I still was red. And then I went in the car and put my oil on there, and it just went back. It calmed down like, you know what I mean? So I'm see, so you need a product that can just calm your skin down. And so
Yeah,
that's
you're
one of the
right.
things. It will
Mhm.
calm the redness down.
And what's the origin of a black seed oil? I know you mentioned that we really don't have it over here in the Midwest.
Yeah, the exact origin of the plant. I'm not even sure if they really know, but in the Middle East, and even in like in Egyptian times, like one of the things about black soil, it was found in those ancient tombs. The kings and the queens.
Mm.
They
Okay.
buried things that are of value that they want to take to the afterlife, and even
Yes.
black soil was found in the tomb. So So
Wow.
exactly where it originated, in our world, I'm assuming it's on the Middle East, even though it's a lot
Yeah.
of things we just don't know.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So Mon Cheri, I know you're a businesswoman. That's how I met you, and now you have this other innovation with with Juicy by Mon Cheri. How do you balance? What's the life work balance? Work meaning business, not just necessarily going to that 9 to 5, but as entrepreneurs, sometimes we can just be inundated and get overwhelmed sometimes. So speak to that.
Yeah. So, balance is very, very interesting because it's like when I wake up in the morning, I have to prioritize what I plan on getting done for the day.
Mhm.
And so and then when I look at my priority list, I always try to figure out what thing that I can accomplish today that's going to move the needle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This one thing I need to try to accomplish. And so I really do daily goals and weekly goals. And so when other things don't get done, it just don't get done.
Mhm,
So when it comes
mhm.
to getting this business off and going, other things do slide. It just has to, though. You know what I mean? You have to weigh
Yeah.
which one you want more.
Hmm. And not
Hmm.
beat yourself up because there's something else has to wait until you'll get to a certain level or place and in Juicy. So
Well, yeah, definitely working on that, Audrey. Not beating
mhm.
myself up because when you
Yeah.
go get her, you want to get it all done, and I had to tell
Mhm.
myself, "You did good," or sure, you know what I mean. I had to self coach myself or get a coach to tell me,
Yes, yes,
keep myself in check because you only could do what you could do,
that's right. Yeah, there were
as long
one
as you did your
person.
best.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So have you considered maybe getting a VA or taking on a partner or anything like that?
I do have a VA.
Okay, okay,
I
that's
do have a VA.
good.
Hmm. I,
Good, good.
I'm getting closer and closer where I need a team. I
Mhm.
need a team. You know what I mean? More than
Yes.
just yeah, because even my VA has a team.
Oh, okay.
to accomplish everything that I to accomplish everything that I put on him. Yes.
That's a great point. In Chop Squad, what she was talking about getting a VA or team members, because as entrepreneurs, we come up with this idea and we create it. It's in our hands, and sometimes it's hard to pass off and delegate some of that responsibility. There's trust. It's like, okay, well, what part do I delegate? We don't know how, maybe don't know how to articulate it or whatever. That's something to really consider. And there's a lot of information, out there, as far as hiring a VA and things. Anything else in business? Because you've been in business, quite a while,
Mhm.
and it's okay to have two different business ideas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it is okay. You're gonna have way more two business ideas. One of the key things is try to figure out how to focus. Which one you're gonna do right now, and
Yeah.
and give it your energy and focus.
Hmm.
So I think that's probably one of the hardest tasks of entrepreneurs to stay focused because there's always some type of opportunity being thrown into your plate.
Hmm.
So you're like, well, what's the ultimate goal? Is this going to help me achieve my ultimate goal or not? You have to ask yourself, or is this the lifestyle I want? Is it going to be more busy? You know what I mean?
Right.
Or
Right.
what? Yeah. So you always have to weigh that.
Yeah, that's
Hmm.
right. Because because do a lot of things, and it seems like when I get really clear on what I want to do, and that this whatever it, even if it's two things, it's always something out there want to come in, a person, not something, or someone's offering something, or yeah, you can do this or that, and there was times earlier in my business where I did take on a lot of different types of activities, and as I look back, they detracted from
Hmm.
my main goals or my main purpose.
Hmm.
In business and in life. And it's not that those opportunities weren't good, 'cause, some of them are, but we just have to learn how to weave those things in, or we just say no.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it goes
Absolutely.
back to you when you talked about earlier about self-care. That's part of it too.
Hmm.
How to
I
say
agree.
no. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. That's an episode. That's a podcast episode for sure.
Okay, really, right.
At
So we can
least.
just start. We could we'll do a part two just on saying no, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Any advice on patents? I know that's when, was part of
Mhm.
the journey as well, intellectual property. Because
Mhm.
we create things and sometimes we don't get our things protected.
Yeah. Oh no. Protecting your intellectual property is important. However, also a lot of times people are so worried about protecting their intellectual property that they never get started. And
Mm,
so there is an importance to it, but I feel like I do value execution over doing those filing things. Those things will happen because intellectual protecting your particularly your patents, because that's my area actually of expertise. It can be expensive, but get started, get your project started, protect yourself. And your protection really with your projects is when you execute, because you know your stuff thorough and thorough. No one really can steal your stuff. And people technically do not, and steal your stuff because it takes all the work that it takes to get there. But
yes.
I do value intellectual property, getting your patents, because you need to get credit for your work though. That's how you grab your credit. That's how, when you get your trademarks and get those certified, that's how you claim the work, your copyrights, claim the art that you done. You know what I mean? So do the work, but claim it, own it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
paid for it.
Yeah. Right. That's that's
Yes.
yeah.
That's that,
Awesome.
that's what your yeah. Yeah. So when you claim your intellectual property, that's how you get paid. Yes. Claim it, do it.
Mon Cheri, how can we get in touch with you, or how can we find your products in your book?
Yes, you can find me online. My website is www.moncheri.com, Moncheri. And then you can find me on social medias, Juicy by Mon Cheri. We're on Instagram, we're on TikTok, we're on Pinterest, we're everywhere. We're Etsy, eBay, Amazon. You can buy our products on Amazon. You can buy our products on Walmart.com. Just search us up, and if you can't remember Mon Cheri, but buymoncheri.com is the best place to get us.
Good. That's awesome. So I'm excited for you, and just really happy to know that you're still innovating and doing, doing different things. And that's what it's all about as an entrepreneur, as well as, what you're coming here talking about today is us taking care of ourselves from inside out and, outside in as far as our, brand. This is part of our brand, and
Mhm.
having, a healthier skin and feeling good about ourselves, helps that, and your products, I do believe are, will help get us there as well. So thanks for that. And Chop Squad, make sure that you go to buymoncheri.com, again, buy BYMONCHERI, and you'll find it in the in our show notes, as well as as our postings. You'll be able to get in touch with her. Like she said, look for that Juicy, Walmart, Amazon. So I think that's exciting. Now, Mon Cheri, what nugget of advice do you want to leave us with? Lay it on us.
Ooh, what nugget. I'm all about self-love and self-caring. And so you just gotta care, and you just gotta people, we grow up thinking that selfish is being bad. But as we grow and grow older, we like, no, you gotta take care of yourself first. So put yourself first. I mean, above everything, and everybody will win, especially when you're already a loving person. So yes, take care of yourself, love on yourself, and then we all win.
Thank you. That's a good place to the end. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to The Business Shop. We hope that you were able to glean valuable information from our guests and that you will download and share this podcast. Your rating and review is much appreciated. To go deeper with our guests, please visit their website and social channels. To learn more about us, please visit businessshop.info or altogether.biz, where we will help you expand your brand.